Welcome to Pagan Crafting. Today we're going to look at 3 types of Yule wishing pine cones and 3 types of holiday smudge bundles for you. We're going to look at the money wishing cone, a traditional wishing cone, and a color coordinated wishing cone. We're also going to look at the 3 different types of holiday smudge bundles, some recipes there for you to use. Join me today with Pagan Crafting and let's have some fun. I'm going to be doing this video in 2 parts. So the supplies that we're going to need is going to be with the bundles in the middle of the video. For now, we're going to grab some pine cones, some twine, some bay leaves, some wax, a Sharpie, a pen, some coins, some parchment paper, some craft glue or hot glue, some little scrolls if you'd like, some color coordinated parchment too if you dig on that. And now, let us have some fun. So we have our 2 different things. We could use the bay leaf here itself. So you can choose either or the paper. I just cut up some brown paper bag here for this one so it looks kind of more vintage. You can use white paper and tea bag dyed if you'd like. White paper will do just fine. It's all going to get burnt in the end. So grabbing my paper here, I've decided that 1 cone I'm going to use bay leaves for my money, career, and finances. So using 2 cones here. The other one's going to be for my everyday hopes, desires, dreams, wishes, things that I would like to manifest. And these little dudes are little sigils, and I'm going to color coordinate every little sigil to deep little wishes as well. So this one is for my business. So I chose this color, the greens and the earth tones for growth. So this being an earth tone, let's see what this one says. Etsy stores combined, $2,000 a month. Wouldn't that be nice? I have never achieved that yet, so I would like to work towards that. I have my absolute tarot video, Pagan and Pagan Crafting Etsy stores. So I'll be saving those later for a little wishing cone. Now my bay leaves, I'm going to use a Sharpie. It doesn't rip the leaves because they're pretty dry. So all the bay leaves, I'm going to be using that for my career, finances, for my channel, for my growth. Things that are going to help bring in prosperity and abundance into my household. Now the bay leaf, you can use it for manifestation for money. And one of the most common aims for manifestation, the ritual, is abundance. If you're hoping to attract more money with a bay leaf manifestation, focus on writing down the words that symbolize abundance to you or a specific figure you want to manifest. As you write on your leaf, think positive thoughts. Believe you have the power to manifest anything you desire and imagine how you feel when you have it. Now the pine cone represents fire, so does the bay leaf. This bay leaf represents the sun, so does the pine cone. The pine cone represents the pineal gland or the 3rd eye, enlightenment or immortality, a rebirth, a creative energy, a masculine energy, a fire starter, protection, of fertility. A sacred geometry of looking at the spirals at the base of the spine used to symbolize work as well. Throughout a span of recorded human history, pine cones have been a symbol of human enlightenment, resurrection, eternal life, and regeneration. As I write down my thoughts, my ideas here, I think about different ways that I could manifest. During this past season, we can reflect on our blessings, our misfortunes of the year, and set goals for the coming new year. Love, relationships, home, family, friends, wealth, health, wellness, self-care, dream job, career goals, personal finances, personal growth, travel goals, education, self-education, hobbies, new, learning something new, reading a new book, reading again, maybe you haven't read in a long time. You can write down so many different things that you would wish to manifest for the new year. So again, I'm separating my cones here. I'm using the rolled up paper for my everyday mundane. And I'm using, again, the other one that looks like now like a rose. I wound up angling the leaves in and wound up staying a lot better. I'm going to be putting some coins in this one too later. But I'm going to be pouring some wax on that first. So that's going to help me adhere the coins into place. Or you could glue them all into place, but I thought just pouring more wax could be more enjoyable. So I'm looking at some coins. I think I'm going to go with the toonie. We have a loonie that is gold in Canada. The two-tone coin, that's a toonie, a $2 coin. I'm going to hot glue that baby down because the other glue works just fine. It's just I'm ready to rock. So I want this to cool down and be ready to go. Now, what you do next is we're going to go to the kitchen and we're going to be pouring some wax over these babies here too. Now, so different colors can mean different things. Pink, love oneself, others, romance. Green, nature, self. It could also mean money, growth, healing. Orange, abundance, warmth, determination, sex, success, oops. Blue, stability, loyalty. Actually, orange does represent sexuality, so that one still works. So this is what we're going to do with those. Purple also could represent youth, vitality, wisdom. It can represent psychic ability, spirituality, imagination. So you can look up the corresponding colors and the symbolism of the colors if you wish to do that too. Now, another great thing you can decorate these with, what you actually do, the tradition is, I'm going to tell you that in a sec. Okay, so what you can decorate them to is with herbs, crystals, and sparkles. I forgot sparkles today, but that could have definitely been something. I felt like going a little more traditional, so I didn't rock in the sparkles, which I really feel like I should have now. So I have some soy wax here. You can use beeswax. You can use all your leftover candles of the year. Oh gosh, that'd be excellent to use that. Melt them down. Now what I have here is some little cupcake paper holders and some paper plates. So there's my little wishes here. Now what the idea of to do this is you're going to burn your wishing cones on Yule, on the winter solstice. So that could be the 21st or the 22nd, depending on that year. And you can kind of burn this in an alternative of burning your Yule log. Now, when you burn this, it releases your wishes out into the universe. Oh, look, the wax is ready here. But if you don't want to burn your cones, or you can't, you don't have to, or you have no means and no ways, or you're asthmatic, or you just don't have the apartment, the place, the house to do so. I'm going to be burning half my wishing cones, my coin wishing cone, my financial, my career, my channel wishing cone with all my coin on top. I'm not going to burn that one. That's going to go on my money altar, and I'm going to power that baby up every day if I possibly can. So if you're not going to burn this, I would suggest decorations, glitter, charms, herbs, cinnamon, cloves, crystals. Have some fun. Oh, decorate it. So what I'm doing now is I'm adding quarters. So I've chosen 12 quarters for the 12 months of the year. You could also choose the number 13 for the 13 months of the year. But I'm going by financially when I get paid is once a month. So that's how I am working with 12 coins here. You can choose whatever you wish. I did pour a bit of wax on first because I found when I didn't pour the wax on first, they slid right out so fast. Now you can pour the rest of your wax on there and stick them all in. And I poured the remaining wax that is dripping back in the canister, and then I'm going to dip it in again. So I'm going to keep reusing the wax so there's nothing left. These ones are easy enough and small enough to just dip right in. Seal all your intentions in. Seal all those wishes in, the manifestations in. So when you light your pine cone, you can set out your goals or your wishes and desires. Now, if you live in a smaller place or you don't know where you can light it, if you don't have a fire pit to light these afterwards, I would suggest a fire-safe cauldron, a fire-safe place to do this. Or you don't have to light them at all. They can go on your altar for the entire year. But throwing them in the fire and watching them crackle and burn and rock out is so much fun to do as well. Before you throw them in the fire, think, reflect, meditate, throw them in and set out your intention and grant your wishes and set them out in the universe. Just like when you blow out that birthday candle. So the supplies that I'm going to be using today are wild cedar. I got this from the Kootenays, British Columbia, Canada, from the wild, tall, massive giants. This is sage from a local farmer from the farmer's market. We're going to use some red embroidery thread. This is some rosemary from my garden. And this is some lavender, also from the farmer's market, for I grew only 3 flowers with my lavender bush this year. It was in the shade, it didn't get enough light. So I'm going to go through all the meanings of each of these different herbs here and uses for this beautiful winter solstice holiday smudge bundles. We're going to make 3 of them today, 3 different ones. Now, even the color of the red embroidery thread is for a reason. Red is for, of course, one of the Yule colors being red and green, but I find it's for love, romance, passion, energy, action. It is for strength, ambition, creativity, and excitement. So starting off with using some cedar here. Now the cedar is ruled by the sun, ruled by fire and earth. The cedar wood is used for the creation of sacred spaces, and it's related to longevity, protection, and preservation. It's often used to cleanse, heal, and protect. Use cedar wood in solar spells and all kinds of spells that are designed to strengthen and illuminate your focus. A lot of these herbs I chose here today is ruled by the sun or fire because I wish to invoke the solar magic for the upcoming long winter time for to come. Using rosemary here, also ruled by the sun and ruled by fire. Also used for sun magic rituals. Used in hand fasting and offerings to Venus. Used for cleansing and purifying since ancient times. It was also associated with Aphrodite and Venus. It was a way to give them offerings. And rosemary means the dew of the sea in Latin, actually. It was later linked with the Virgin Mary, who said to have given the plant its blue blossoms when she rested her blue mantle on the bush. Rosemary was worn by medieval brides and was carried by wedding guests as a token of love and virtue. Going with sage, ruled by Jupiter, ruled by air, sacred to Zeus. Jupiter to Romans, regarded as sage, quite highly and much sacrificed. and ceremony was associated with the harvest. The white sage is sacred in many shamanic and Native American belief systems, and used it for smudging and other ceremonies to purify the body. White sage is not a part of a European-based tradition. The European spiritual ancestors burned a lot of different herbs and their practices, but white sage was not among them. Sage was used by Europeans, just not the white sage that we seek out today. Sage is used in magical workings for immortality, longevity, wisdom, protection, and the granting of wishes. Sage is also believed to help alleviate the sorrow of death of a loved one. To make a wish, write your wish on a sage leaf and sleep with it under your pillow for 3 days and then bury it. Add sage to a mojo bag to promote wisdom and overcome grief. Burn sage at a funeral in remembrance of ceremonies to help relieve the grief of the mourners. These many different herbs, look up the meanings, are not just for smudging and what smells good here as well. Also adding a cinnamon stick onto this, or you can add rose petals, eucalyptus. Even the color red, as I described earlier, has a meaning for me. It's also one of my favorite colors, so I tend to use it a little bit more than others. I do like using the bright colors here. It definitely is pleasing to match up your intention. Sometimes when I harvest my sage, I wrap up different colors of the embroidery floss for different intentions. I might grab an orange for abundance, determination, success. I might grab a blue wrap sage for stability, loyalty, confidence, relaxing. You know, you can have so much fun with color that way. Now I'm going to make just a rosemary sage. Use the last of the sage here. Smells so good. All these fresh herbs smell incredible. Even the cedar's dried out, but it still smells so potent as I'm building my bundles. Now my last herb I haven't touched yet is lavender. Ruled by Mercury and air. Lavender can be used in a number of spells, including cleansing spells, attraction, love spells, healing and longevity spells, dream magic, and divination. Used to make spells more powerful and last longer, it is thought that the Fae, particularly elves, enjoy it. It can also help you communicate with spirits by increasing your sensitivity to other entities. Lavender flowers are frequently used to promote love, healing, and inner peace. It is burned at an offering during Litha. Lavender is a lovely way to commemorate the summer solstice joyous days. To keep negative energy at bay and ensure a prosperous year, toss some sprigs into a bonfire. The lavender also represents fertility, love, insight, healing, and it ties to the universe and any summer solstice rite. So again, there's that solar magic rites as well. Our last bundle, I'm going to try to put as much cedar in this as I possibly can, for it is very dry. We'll see how tight I can get this bundle. I think I'm going to go with just cedar and lavender in this piece. use up the rest of the lavender. Now I'm not going to waste all these little bits that I'm cutting off. I actually put them into an offering bowl of loose herbs, which I will burn on some coals at a later time. I do not waste any of my herbs ever. Now purple here is for devotion, justice, wisdom, youth, vitality, spirituality, imagination. It's also a luxury color, as a psychic color as well. A third eye color and your third eye chakra. And look how tightly it rolls up. Out of all that cedar I put together, still winds up being a tighter bundle when it dries even more. This one doesn't have any more drying to do, but if the sage bundle and the rosemary will have some shrinking to do. I always like to put a little handle at the end. It just looks pretty and something to hang on to. And there we be. 3 different holiday sage, lavender, rosemary, and cedar bundles for you. Again, you could use whatever combinations that you like. You can get your herbs from the farmer's market, from the grocery store, dry them up, save them up, trade them up, have some fun. These are wonderful gifts for Yule too that anybody would enjoy. Well, thank you so much for chilling out with me today. As always, I have so much fun hanging out with you. Throw me down a like up if you enjoyed this video. Throw me down a subscription and ring that bell so you know when the next video comes out. I have all kinds of stuff, from spells to candles to herbs to crafts. You name it, I will follow the season and follow the Sabbaths. Enjoy yourself for this holiday time. And I'm sending you much love and light and wishing you a magical holiday.